most intense, thrilling, electrifying sport on the planet. Mixed martial arts. You've been looking for the definitive podcast to call your new home to hear everything about it. The search is over. This is the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. Bringing you the hottest MMA breakdowns straight from the heart of the octagon. This show is all about MMA breakdowns. For fans, by fans. We're talking UFC, MMA, and the occasional big boxing match. We'll bring our unique take on how these fights are going to play out and who we think are the best bets. Welcome to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. And now your hosts, Olin a.k.a. MMAnomaly, Emiliano a.k.a. Jive Turkey Nano, and Alex Pip a.k.a. Pip's Piano Tips.
What is up, fight fans? Welcome back to another episode of the MMAnomaly Show, No Filter. I'm your host, Olin, a.k.a. MMAnomaly, and with me, as usual, is the co-host with the most. We're talking about a Jive Turkey, Nano, my guy, my bro from another schmo. Bro, how the fuck are you doing?
My man, doing fantastic, brother. Great to see you. Happy Friday, Junior, ladies and gentlemen, for all y'all tuning in here. Yeah, man, no complaints. We had the draft on earlier. Shout out Fernando Mendoza, our future quarterback for the Oakland or Las Vegas for the nationwide Raiders. Let's go. Can't wait, brother. But how you doing?
We know what they say about Vegas, right? What happens in Vegas started in Oakland. So you weren't wrong by calling them the Oakland Raiders. I'll always think of them as the Oakland Raiders.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I get it.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. It was a hell of a work day. I didn't catch the draft, which I am sad about it. But I'll check out the highlights, the recap. Before we hop into these fights, actually, is there any super exciting picks outside of the QB you just mentioned that you were excited to see for the draft today?
I didn't pay too much attention to the lead up of the draft. What was the rumors, who was going to go where. I play a lot of fantasy football. I'm in a dynasty football league as well. So I typically try to keep an ear to the ground on some of the top prospects. But what I will say, a pick that might excite you. Do you want to know who your boys got? Your Saints?
Yeah, I do.
They got a receiver from my previous home state of Arizona, Jordan Tyson from Arizona State University. Talented receiver. He had some injuries in college. I think people were maybe a little scared of that, but obviously the Saints and them know all about his skill set and are excited to add him to the team there across Chris Olave. So Tyler Show and Brian Moore are certainly excited about that new addition. So breaking some news here for y'all, for you football fans out there.
Man, I'm excited about that. The Saints, as you know, we need all the help we can get. It's tough. Brother. It's tough to be a Raiders fan. It's even tougher to be a Raiders and a Saints fan. Most people, at least when they have the excuse of having two teams that are their favorites, one of the teams is a winner. I haven't felt that in many years. Not since like the year after Hurricane Katrina, I believe. So here we are. But hey, it sounds like the Raiders might still have Crosby, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, at least for now we do. I don't expect us to be trading him anytime soon. Obviously, we tried to. That was a little bit of a debacle in and of itself. But no, he's our guy as of now, and we made some big additions. So I think we're excited for our defense and seeing what that looks like here this next year. Might be, hopefully, even average I'd be happy with. But if they're good in any capacity, then him and Fernando Mendoza and Max, I mean, we're might be cooking this year. So I'm excited.
Fair play. I'm really hoping so, man. I'm definitely hoping so. One can only hope. And I'm definitely looking forward to another fantasy football season with you, man. They're always hella fun. So
Absolutely.
Should be another good season. It's also the only fantasy league I've ever won. So speaking of which, Tien, get your belt, bro. All you gotta do is come visit. Come get this motherfucker.
Yeah.
With that being said, let's jump into one hell of a fucking card. But before we do, jump into the chat. Grimy, my guy, my bro. How you doing, man? Happy Friday, Junior, as we like to say. I put a very large wager on Tate to go top 10. I seriously almost passed out. Never again. Crosby don't want to play for Las Vegas. Don't say that, Grimy. It's mean when you say things like that, brother.
He's loyal.
But I mean,
he's loyal, man. He's loyal.
He's coming in with the heat, Grimy.
Yeah.
Speaking of coming in with the heat, we're going to come in with some heat on this main event, Nano. We have Aljamain Sterling, Aljo him fucking self, coming in here against an absolute stud in Youssef Zalal. I got to be honest with you. This is a fight that could really go either way. Both guys have the same number of losses, coming in with 5 losses. Youssef a little bit more unseasoned, as we say, right? 18 wins, while Aljo has 25. But I'm going to pass it to you first, Nano. While I go grab a pack of Zins real quick.
Nice.
And tell the people, how do you see this one going? Who do you see getting their hand ultimately raised in the end of this fight?
Yeah, I'm excited here to break this one down with y'all. I'll keep it relatively brief, high level, and just give my 2 cents. But let me know how y'all are feeling as well in the chat. Grimy, if you're still out there, let us know. Anyone else that's trickling in, whether it's live or later on, helps our algorithm out. And we're always curious to see what y'all have to say. So with that being said, interesting bout, ladies and gentlemen. We got Youssef Zalal coming in here against an Aljo Sterling. A little bit of a changing of the tides, if you will. It's the OG, triple OG, the staple, a legend in Aljo Sterling coming in here at 36 years old. He a little bit of a checkered past here in the last 5 fights. He is 3-2, win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. Great win over Brian Ortega about 7 months ago. And one of those losses really was arguable to a Mozart Evloev. He looked great, and Mozart's continuing to look dominant. So I think that loss has certainly aged really well for an Aljamain. And I think this is a big one, man. This is a big do-or-die moment for an Aljamain Sterling. The UFC are giving him a top contender who's trending the right direction in a Youssef Zalal. He's 29 years old. He's on a 5+ fight win streak. He also matches Aljo's ability to wrestle, ability to mix it up, ability to find some submission wins, and really put his opponents in challenging positions. But I'll tell you what, this is the biggest challenge that Youssef's ever seen, and I do love our boy Youssef Zalal. We got to meet him. Big energy. I'm curious to see how he looks in this 5-round fight with someone that's going out there and constantly going to be pressuring him, constantly going to be funky as a funk master. Aljamain Sterling, certainly the nickname suggests that's well earned, because that's exactly what his style is. And I hate betting against our boys that we meet at UFC Expo. So I'm rooting for Zalal to win and upset the world, even though I think he is actually a Ben favorite. But a part of me feels like Aljamain Sterling and his wrestling game at this stage is still just too good. I think Aljo still has another couple years at this level where he's just simply better than the average. I don't want to say the average person, because Youssef Zalal is far from average. But I usually go the young buck MMAnomaly, but I'm leaning Aljamain Sterling on this. This is my gut. This is trying to be unbiased. Again, I'll be rooting for Youssef Zalal. I'll be rooting for him. And I'll happily do a shot to celebrate him, but it'll also be because, well, I'm leaning Aljo here. Brother, talk to me, talk to the people, break it down for us. How you feeling?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm feeling like we're splitting hairs on the very first pick here, my guy. I'm not mad at it. I understand why you would pick the Funk Master. He is funky. He is great. He was winning the first fight, despite contrary belief, against Jan. And he dominated him in the second fight, right? So if we just think about that, like, who has ever dominated Petr Yan like that? Nobody. Like, did you see what Petr Yan just did to Murad Dvalishvili? Like, come on, bro.
It's Aljo's boy, too.
It's Aljo's boy. They trained together. And there's a reason that he never wanted to face Aljo. I think he knows something we don't. Aljo is very, very gifted, maybe more gifted than we've ever even seen him display in the octagon. He could also be a gym fighter. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of guys that, myself included, I feel, are better in the gym, in training, in sparring, when they're doing it friendly rather than when they're trying to hurt people. I don't like to hurt people, so I always had a tough time flipping that switch. Like, for me, I have to eat a tough shot before I really get in there and get nasty with it. But, there's some other people that are the same way. Zalal, nothing like that, if I'm being completely honest. Zalal is a little Moroccan devil, kind of like a Tasmanian devil. You know what I mean? Slick as hell on the feet. He's got rangy boxing, vicious body work, great feet work, footwork. And he's got sticky wrestling that lets him typically chain wrestle slots into takedowns or back takes like it's nothing. He's on a tear right now, right? I believe it's 5 straight in the UFC with 4 finishes. He just smoked Josh Emmett. Like he's looked really good as of late, has Youssef Zalal. And I think that he's a real problem for just about anybody that he faces out here in the octagon. Like be completely honest with me. Did you see Youssef beating Josh Emmett? I did.
Yeah, I thought if he could avoid the power, which he did, not in that fashion. I mean,
that was going to be literally my follow-up question was, did you see it happening in less than 2 minutes?
Not like that. No.
Come on. He didn't beat him. He dismantled him. He broke him down at a fundamental level. Pip, shout out Pip's Piano Tips, my fucking guy. Listening while I'm getting this work done, kind of leaning towards Zalal. Yeah, Pip literally let us know he's either going to be on the show and sad, ready to drink if he had a bad day at work, or he's not going to be on the show because he's having a good day at work and he needs to work a little bit longer. So we're glad you didn't make it, Pip. And it's only because we love you. So Grimy says, it'd be like your old lady trading you to another woman and then wanting you back in regards to Max Crosby. To which I responded with, nah, Grimy, it'd be like leaving your lady for a new gal, then getting dumped by the new gal before you unpack your bags. That's kind of what happened to Crosby. It's tough to see. WMC said, love you, homies. Dealing with a lot right now. I'll be listening 100%. Bro, hate to hear that you're dealing with a lot right now. Hopefully the tide turns in the right direction for you. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to shoot us a DM, brother. We're always happy to listen and to talk, man.
Yeah, literally. Love you too, WMC. We're always here. We do this for fun and we want it to be a little bit of escapism in this crazy thing we call life. Always a quick shout away. Let us know, brother. We're here.
So jumping back to the fight, like when it comes to Zalal, he's just a little bit younger, a little bit faster, and a little bit more explosive at featherweight, in my humble opinion. Make no mistake about it, though, as Nato alluded to, Aljamain Sterling is a wizard on the mat. Elite level Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and chain wrestling, and a veteran level of fight IQ that's carried him to a title before. He's 36 now. He's moving up in weight. He has looked a step slower against Movsar Evloev, but that was still a very competitive fight. The most competitive fight Movsar's ever been in my opinion. Well, actually, no, Lerone Murphy, I still think beat him. But I digress. His striking defense does have holes, right? When guys pressure him with high volume, he's been in wars that have kind of exposed that. He's been in positions that have kind of exposed his gas tank a little bit. I think if he goes out there and really invokes the funk, leads the dance, he has many paths to victory to beat Youssef Zalal. But if he takes a step back, even just once, Nano, I think it's going to become a quicksand kind of situation for him in which Youssef will take over the pace and the dictating of the dance and the fight entirely. Give me the taller, longer, younger, more explosive guy. Give me our boy, Youssef Zalal, the Moroccan devil in this one. I like him a lot. Looking at the lines on it, let's see here on betonline.ag. Let's see. Youssef Zalal is only a minus 125. I'm not mad at that. Put a unit on him, we'd get 0.8 back. So log out. No, I don't want to log out. What happened here? What's going on? There we go. So if you put 25 on it, you get about $20 back. You know what? I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is I'm going to hunt for a better line for you guys. Because I think Youssef Zalal probably gets this done inside the distance. Youssef opened at like minus 165. That's nasty, bro. It's already gone down.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually just going to take the easy money here, Nato. What do you think on this? So,
Talk me.
If we put one unit on it, so again, if you're putting like $25 on it, for example, you get $33.75 back in pure profit on this. Fight to not go the distance.
Ooh.
Both guys are finishers.
That's true. 5-rounder.
It's a 5-rounder. Zalal's never gone 5 rounds, has he?
I think he was slated to with Josh, but it went, or no, maybe not. Yeah, no, I think you're right though. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it didn't happen. So either way,
that's what I'm saying. When he's been slated to go 5 rounds, it's never made it.
Oof. I think you're right about it.
I kind of like the Thunder there, bro.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, we're doing a unit on that one. Smash
your boy.
Good evening, gentlemen and fine women. Good evening to you, Lazy Bed. I'm liking that new picture, bro. That's sick. I like the new display picture a lot.
Digging it.
Yeah, are you liking any bets on this main event, Lazy Bed? I'm really liking the fight to not go the distance. Not picking either side, just plus 135 outright. I'm bad at that at all. Then me and Nano aren't even going in against each other in our bets here. Let's go to the next one where I think we might split hairs again here. We got Norma Dumont, a.k.a. Big Norm, coming in against Joselyn Edwards. Norma Dumont, of course, those of you that watch all the time know that my boy Drew has been clowning on me on for picking as my first round draft pick in our fantasy league. I'm hoping she gets 100 points or more because goddamn, if she doesn't, he is never going to stop talking shit about it. Oh, but that being said, this is kind of a worrisome fight, right? Norma Dumont is a goddamn bully in the women's bantamweight division typically. Typically, she is the larger, stronger, more dominant person, physical freak with kind of a low center of gravity and nasty clinch work, wrestling that just wears motherfuckers down. And she's on a tear right now, right? Beating legit contenders like Ketlin Vieira, Irene Aldana, and she's got a pretty solid Muay Thai base to kick and knee from range before closing the distance and really closing that gap. Joselyn Edwards, however, who stands across from her, is taller, is longer, and can fucking crack, bro. She's got long limbs, great straight shots, straight punches, leg kicks galore, and she's finished, I believe, her last 4 fights. But her takedown defense is still kind of Swiss cheese, if you know what I'm saying, Nano. There's a lot of holes there, brother. There's a lot of holes in that cheese. She can get stuck on her back if the pressure gets heavy. And I think Dumont's path to victory here is pretty textbook, right? Close the distance early, smother Edwards like she's a hot fire against the cage, and just rack up control time. Grind out rounds, top pressure, ground and pound, rinse, wash, repeat, just like the damn bottle says, folks. I'm taking Norma Dumont here, probably by ground and pound TKO or by decision. If we look at the odds on this one, let's see where Dumont lies before I toss you the baton. Let's see. I hate how they have them out of fucking order. Dumont's minus 210 right now. So let's see if we can find some more juiced odds, huh? I don't like fight to not go the distance on this one, even though it's plus 275. There's a reason it's plus 275. That's a trap. Norma Dumont by points is minus 160. Like, that's not even good.
Nope. No bueno.
I don't like it at all.
Don't really like it.
Do we have Norma Dumont by finish? Because, I mean, those will be even more juiced, right? Let's see. Fighter wins inside the distance. Plus 425 on Norma Dumont. I'm going to fall for the trap. I'm going to put a fifth of a unit on this one. A fifth of a unit will get you basically a whole unit back. 0.85 in pure profit. So 1.05 back into your wallet. Dumont decision is the best. I parlayed it. If I'm going to parlay it, I'll probably just parlay it with a money line. So let's actually see what that looks like real quick. I have Youssef Zalal at minus 125 and Norma Dumont at minus 210. That provides plus 166. I actually like that a lot. I'm going to do a fifth of a unit on that instead. Boom. Locked in. Locked and loaded. Share JBR instead, Westy. I don't pass nothing on this account. Love that. Love that. I don't post nothing on this account. Oh, you have another one. All right, brother. Yeah, send the link to that in the chat. I'll hit the sub on that.
A little music.
And
what's going on with the mic?
Yeah, what kind of content you posting there, Lazy Bad AI?
Talk to AI.
Trying to see it. Nano, what are you thinking on this one, man?
Man, great breakdown, my brother. And I did notice that you do have Norma Dumont in your UFC fantasy squad this year. So I'm wondering if there's any biases towards your prediction here. But we'll cross that bridge another day. And the reality is, I'm on the other side of it, okay? I do have Joselyn Edwards on my team, so I am certainly rooting for the underdog here. It looks like I'm riding with only 31 or 29% of typology. Most of y'all think that Norma's going to go out there and win, and I honestly do think that's probably most likely to happen. So I'll happily do a shot next week with my girl La Pantera. But like you said, she is tough as nails. She's trending in the right direction. She is 5 years younger. I'm going to take the younger gal here, 30 years young. And like you said, she's got lead in her hands. So I think if Norma gets popped at all, I don't want to say she's going to look like, somebody that was, painted on the canvas recently, but I just really like Joselyn's style. I like her tenacity. I like her ability her willingness, I should say, to go out there and make it a muddy fight. And I think if she does that, if she points to the center, I think she will find a path to victory there. To your point, if Norma can, back up that dump trunk and just really, put Joselyn on her back foot there and up against the cage, then yeah, it's going to be a long night for my girl Joselyn, and not a lot of points either for UFC fantasy. So I need this. I need to start mounting a comeback. I need a knockout in the first round in special fashion. So I'm going to manifest it here. And again, I am biased. I am rooting for Joselyn. That is my stance on it. It looks like Pips is with me. Shout out Pips Piano Tips. Great to see you, brother. Makes me feel a little bit better. Let's go.
You fuckers are in cahoots. I don't like it. Don't like it.
Collaboration.
I don't like it.
Illusion.
Is this a coup right now? What's happening, bro? What's happening right now?
A coup.
What's really going on? What's really going on here? Yeah, I understand. I understand why you would go for her. Like, she's the longer, taller gal. Pretty much the reasons I picked Youssef Zalal. She presents almost all of them. Actually, all of them. She's the younger girl too. But I see something special in Norma Dumont, man. I see a real contender in her, and I gotta root for her. Somebody that's really hard to root for, though, is Alexander Hernandez in the lightweight division, who's coming in against Rafa Garcia in this one. Thick dives, save fights. I'll watch this one. You and me both, brother. LazyBet AI says, just some preposterous songs I write and then run through a bunch of AI apps. I love that. Can't wait to check it out. Subs from this account. My guy. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Yo, right back at you, Tyler Betts. Happy Friday, Junior, big guy.
TV, what up?
Mutiny. That's what it is. It's what it is, WMC. It's fucking mutiny right now. Speaking of mutiny, are we gonna have a mutiny this whole fucking card, Nano? Or are we gonna agree on one here? We have Rafa Garcia, who is somehow the younger man coming into this fight, coming in against Alexander Hernandez, the not so great. Nano, what are your thoughts on this one? How do you see it playing out?
This is an interesting bout, my brother. This is an interesting bout here. We got Rafa Garcia coming in and fighting against our boy Alexander the Great Hernandez. I'm taking the old buck here. Again, I'm going against the grain a little bit, but I like what I'm seeing from Alexander the Great Hernandez. He's 33 years old, only a couple years older than Rafa Garcia. To be honest, just looking at Rafa, I thought he was mid to late 30s, just kind of literally just looking at his face card, I guess you want to call it that. But he's 31 years young. He's 4-1 in his last 5. His only loss to Grant Dawson via TKO, ground and pound. And though he does have a few knockouts and he's started to mount some good decision wins, I just think that Alexander has been in there with better caliber opponents, and he's on this back-to-back streak of just knocking dudes out, this right cross from Lord knows where. Call it a great right cross, if you will. But I like what I'm seeing from Alexander Hernandez. I think he has a little bit more tenacity. I think he has a little bit more in the gas tank, and he's going to probably have the speed advantage here. All points are giving me Alexander the Great, and I think he is a slight favorite as well, so that does make me feel a little bit better about my decision. And 86% of Typology agrees with me. Brother, are we seeing something different here? How are you seeing this fight playing out, brother?
As much as I want to disagree with you, I can't. Alexander Hernandez, as much as I dislike his personality, he's been on absolute fire lately. Solid win streak he's putting together, finishing power that, as you alluded to, the right hand is just nasty. It's no joke. He looked like a completely different animal lately. Much sharper boxing that he's showing and putting on display. Much improved fight IQ than what we've seen in previous fights against, like a Donald Cowboy Cerrone. The dude is athletic. He pressures really well, and his hands are heavy when he lets them fly. Rafa Garcia is tough. He's gritty. He's got a solid wrestling fundamental background. And he also has a solid gas tank. got a solid camp behind him too, fighting out of bloodline. But he's been inconsistent early in his career, and Hernandez has the tools to stuff shots and counter those shots. I think if Hernandez is able to keep it standing, use his length and footwork to pot shot in this fight, capitalize on any over-aggressive entries with counters and knees, I think this is a solid shot for Alexander Hernandez to just make a statement. I'm riding Alexander Hernandez. I think he gets it done via late TKO, probably round 3, late round 2. He's the better striker. He's got momentum on his side, and he's got confidence on his side. And I think all 3 of those things are very, very big things. I think this is the first one we've agreed on. Now, I'm going to pour up a shot to that because, I mean, it might be the only one we agree on by the looks of it. This guy.
We'll take it. I know it was a little rocky there. I know what happened.
Going to agree on like 1 on the main card, 1 on the prelims. Jeez. Meanwhile, Pip's going to be fucking chiming in the chat like, I agree with Dono.
Hey.
Fucker. Cheers. If you're drinking, drink with us on this Friday, Junior. And if you're not, that's fine too. We appreciate you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell for notifications. And as always, cheers.
Salud.
The good stuff. Yeah, we're riding the same train here. I'm not going to bet on it, though. Not even with your money. No chance. With that being said, we're going to move on down. Charlie Brown, to bantamweight. It's Thursday, Olin. What the fuck? It's Friday Junior, dog. It's what Thursday is. It's the one before the Friday. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Friday vibes, though. That's what we're talking about.
We're almost there. But who's counting? Right? One thing I am counting, or rather counting on, Nano, is the fact that this next fight is probably going to be fight of the night for as long as it lasts, or at least just dynamite entertaining. Dangerous Davey Grant. My gosh, this guy is an absolute terror. 17-8. If you look at his record and you don't know the story, you don't know the history, you haven't seen his fights, you might look at his record and think, oh, the 500 fighter. You wouldn't be farther from the fucking truth. Dangerous Davey Grant is Dustin Poirier-esque in the fact that he is just, honestly, he's allergic to a boring fight. No, it's physically incapable of happening for him. So I think this is going to be a very, very fun one from the very, very start. I think it's going to be absolute banger. He's a veteran bantamweight measuring stick, right? Like he's kind of the litmus test of do you belong here? He's been in the UFC for what feels like forever. I think the first year me and my significant other were together, which is a very long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We were watching his season of Tough. And he's someone you want to get behind. He's someone you want to root for. He's a good guy and an even better fighter. He's won, I believe, 4 of his last 5, and he knows exactly how to spoil a debut. Meanwhile, Adrian Martinetti, he's on a 15-fight win streak. He's like absolutely terrifying. He has a terrible picture that the UFC is using for him. Had to lighten that up for the thumbnail a little bit, do some editing. But the dude is just on a fucking tear. And that 15-fight win streak does not include his grappling loss, obviously, because that's not MMA. He is a beast. He's very strong. He's very good. He's got solid stoppage power, but he's making his UFC debut against a guy who's seen everything people can bring inside of that octagon. He's seen every style. You do it, he's seen it. He's been there. And yeah, he's gotten 15 wins fighting cans. I definitely agree with that, Grimy. Davey by decision might be cash money. Davey Grant is currently a minus 135, which is not bad odds for a money line, but let's see if we can do better. So Davey by points is plus 225. Davey by TKO is plus 275. You put a unit on each of those. You're up 2.75 units on the TKO bet. You're up 2.25 in pure profit on the money line bet. or on the sorry, the by points bet. So either way, you're gonna be up at least a unit. I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm putting a unit on each of those. Fucking burn the bridges, bro. Burn the fucking bridges.
Not a bad idea. You know, it's our boy Davey Grant.
Yeah, Martinetti has quite the questionable track record. The guy he beat prior to Dana White's Contender Series was 0-0. Ay, 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 ay. Are you serious, dog?
So that would, and that kind of, and Grimy with the arrows up to kind of double tap.
Oh my God, he was 0-0.
I think that would be the thought here. The vision is that it's a savvy veteran in a Davey Grant. You look at the age. You can obviously write him off right away. You see a lot of tread on the tires. You see the record. You see the heavy favorite. You see them pumping up this guy from Ecuador who has shown to have a lot of tenacity. He fights with a heavy pace. That fight that was referenced here by Lazy Bed. Yeah, the guy was 0-0. But I will be honest, it was an entertaining fight as all get out. They both showed some heart, both showed some high level of fighting, at least for the Dana White Contender Series. The boy's here now, and he's fighting against Davey Grant. It's the fight of his life. It's going to be the first time on UFC main event, or fight night. Is he gonna step up under the bright lights, or will he fold with the pressure? Will he run into lapse in judgment, or maybe have a slow start where Davey kind of gets off to a hotter start, right? He's been in this position before. Like you said, he's not going to see anything that Davey Grant hasn't already seen. Wouldn't be surprised if Davey wins that first one, but I do like Martinetti's skill set here. I do think that he's just frankly younger. I mean, 10 years of a difference. That's equally skilled. That's fine out of Ecuador again. That's my home country, and I think that also means that
we lost Nano's mic.
Can you hear me?
There he is. Yep.
Am I coming in? Okay, perfect. Sorry. I was just trying to show my gloves here, and I got sidetracked. I digress. Yeah, he has some good hands. He's sharp, and he has some good submissions as well. So I'm going to lean the young guy here, and Ariane. But I'll tell you what, Davey Grant is certainly somebody that you don't want to mess around with. So it'll be an entertaining fight. I think if this goes in the third round, it could be potential fight of the night. It'll be that entertaining.
I agree. I definitely think it has potential to be fight of the night. And now we've lost Nano entirely. It's a hell of a show, boys. It happens. I've definitely hit the back button on my mouse a number of times. So we've been there. There he is. He's figuring out his mic. While he's figuring out his mic, we will go ahead and move into the next fight. We have a bantamweight banger between Montel Quick Jackson coming in against Raoni Barcelos. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Montel Jackson is the guy that has size larger glove than Francis Ngannou. Jesus Christ.
You were right, and I am checking my mic here.
It sounds great, brother. It sounds great. Montel Jackson has very large hands and even larger knockout power and an even larger advantage in this fight. But Raoni Barcelos is officially Unk status at this point. Is he not? He dog walked Peyton Talbot, or as our boy Sterling likes to call him, Talabat. And I mean, it was a very impressive performance. It was very impressive. But this is a much different bout for him. Nano said he was from Ecuador, and then his mic cut off. I thought ice was coming. Brother.
I would have threw my little gloves here, but get away from me. Get out of here.
I know that. And now we've lost him. Please call a lawyer.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad, Grimy. That was bad.
The timing on that.
Didn't mean to scare y'all.
You did, though. With that being said, my guy, how do you see this one playing out? You got Montel Jackson, or you got the Unk, Raoni Barcelos? You've been taking the old dogs here. You sticking with it?
I have, brother. I have been, but man, I'm gonna switch it up, bro. I just feel like I think we're starting to disrespect Montel a little too much, and I think partially here I'm gonna lean the striker over the wrestler, over the guy that is shown to beat Father Time a few rounds here. He may have won some battles, but he won't win the war. Okay. And I think this might be where it's a hard line in the sand for someone like a Raoni Barcelos. I really like Montel's obviously his speed, right? It's in the name, quick. But I do also feel that his last fight against Daniel Marcos, he did show that he could get grappled. He could get pushed up against the fence and kind of pushed around a little bit. So if you're a Raoni Barcelos, you're going to want to keep it close. You're going to want to fight in that phone booth and get him up against the fence, up on his back foot, shoot as much as you can. But I think obviously everyone starts on their feet. Raoni's going to have to work his way inside, and he's going to have to avoid the onslaught of punches that he may not even be able to see. They're so gosh darn quick in a Montel Jackson. So I'm just leaning the striker here, and that he'll be able to find his at some point. 15 minutes is all he needs here to find one to really change the course of the fight. And that's where I'm leaning. Will he maybe lose a round or two if he's not able to get to his marks? Yes. Can it change in an instant? In a flash? Absolutely. So I'm staying with Flash Sir Quick Montel Jackson on this one, brother. And I think that would be probably one of my first or second underdogs here, but it's a slight underdog. I feel good about it. How about you, brother? What are you seeing come Saturday night against these two dogs?
Wait, are you seeing dog odds for Montel Jackson?
Oh, no, I'm tripping. Sorry. Slight underdog.
Okay, I was like, bro, whatever fucking book you're looking at, please send it to me. We're going to hit that.
Sorry, I apology. I definitely crossed them up. That's on me. My bad.
I was like, I'm seeing minus 190, bro. So yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, give me the favorite.
Talabutt. That's right, brother. With hands that big, he must have absolutely humongous mittens, says Lazy Bed. You're absolutely right. You know what they say? If he's got big feet, he wears big socks. Grimy, you know what they say about big hands, big gloves? Bro, we are the same person. Sometimes it is wild. You play hot hands with Montel and come back with stumps. That's actually facts. Yeah, he has to have custom gloves made to fit his hands, especially when they were using the UFC new gloves. To put it into perspective, I have a pair of the newer UFC gloves right there, right? And that's an extra large. And I think Nano was actually in the hotel room International Fight Week whenever I tried them on. And I couldn't close. Like my left fist, I could close if I forced it closed. My right hand was here. I couldn't close it. And when I did, my significant other was like, babe, you're literally breaking the letters on the gloves on the UFC because it's stretching the glove so much. So I think the gloves are a little bit small, a little bit small. Yeah, but he wears a 4X apparently, which is just comical because like my hand, and you can see the difference in my hands, like striking hand, testing hand, right? Like this one's been broken a lot. My hands are not small. You can ask Nano. Like he's a larger man than me, but I would tell you I have larger hands than him. My hands have been broken a lot. More so my knuckles. So a lot of calcified deposit have built up. But with me having such large hands, the XL kind of fits. How much larger is the fucking 4XL that's what Montel Jackson needs? That's just wild to me, bro. Grimy says, I'm starting to honestly get freaked out, Olin. My dad did travel a lot when he was in the Army. My dad's in the Army too, or was in the Army. He was an ex-Airborne Ranger. If you tell me your dad's an ex-Airborne Ranger, we're going to have to fucking figure out a DNA test, Doug. Montel wears gloves with gold wrappers.
Oh, jeez.
That took me like a half second to get. But man, when I got it, that was fantastic.
Slow burn.
That was fantastic. Oh man, the Magnum gloves it is. Yeah, I'm going with the Magnum gloves himself. He's a freak athlete. He's long. He's powerful, especially in the hands. He actually has slick wrestling of his own that he hasn't really had to display, if we're being honest and calling a spade here. Another one of these Dana White's Contender Series pedigrees that screams future contender. He's gotten a number of straight wins before a weird low output loss, and the tools are all there. He's dangerous everywhere the fight goes, in my opinion, Nano. Raoni Barcelos, though, he's well-rounded, he's crafty, but at 38, he's starting to show some age. Father Time is undefeated, and Jackson's explosiveness is going to be a real problem here. I think if Jackson's able to use his length and control and just kind of control the range on the feet in general. Mix in some timely takedowns of his own just to put Raoni on his back foot. Overwhelm him with athleticism and pressure over the 3 rounds. He should be able to just really edge out a decision, or just start to open up by round 2 and 3 with the hands and probably then land a knockout. We've seen Raoni get wobbled in there, but he has very freakishly fast recovery time, right? No. So he'll have to be a shark in there and just smell blood in the water the second he gets this man hurt and tackle the opportunity in front of him. But I do see him doing that. So I've got him. I think he's going to win this fight. If you take him by points, you can get him at plus 165. If you take him by knockout, you get him at plus 210. Dang.
Yeah, Raoni is, I mean, these guys, that dude's
tough to knock out.
Yeah, he's built like granite, bro.
He's durable as fuck, bro. But I think that if it goes to points, it might be Raoni's fight to lose.
I know, man. I'm a little torn here. And that's why it's a close fight, right? It's not Montel by a landslide. It's a slim pick'em here.
Lazy bet. In opposite world stories, there's a guy currently in karate combat named Brandon Jenkins who has hands so small that when he fought in the UFC, he had to wear women's extra small.
Oh, dang.
That's incredible. It's impressive for a whole different reason.
Yeah, geez.
Talk about a sniper. He's got little hands, so he always finds the target. I keep going back and forth on this fight. True story. That's wild, bro. Hung like a field mouse, that guy. Grimy, dude. So. Grimy's on fire tonight, bro. Grimy's on fire tonight. I think I'm going to stay away from this one. I don't think I'm going to bet on this one. It's tough. Raoni is the bet crusher. He's the parlay crasher. Speaking of people crashing the party, when you think they have major potential, let's talk about Ryan Superman Spann in the heavyweight division. We all thought he was going to be a real contender in light heavyweight. What happened? Now he's a heavyweight fighter. He's going against Marcus Buchecha. I'm picking Superman Spann here. Not really quite sure why, if I'm being honest, Nano. Probably just solely because I'm a Superman fan. I feel like I have to. I'd be lying if I said I liked it, though. I would truly be lying if I said I liked it. He's one of my dogs on this card in the underdog competition that I'm in with the other podcasts, like the Fight Week Show and the Rambling Dad and Sterling, as we know and love him. He's long, he's rangy, he does have decent submissions, and he did just remind everyone that he can land a first round sub. He's got the length, I think, to keep Buchecha at bay and just kind of keep the power and make it ugly. Marcus Buchecha is great at BJJ. He's a BJJ god on paper. 15-time world champion, but he's 0-1-1 in the UFC. He looks slow against Martin Buday. He's not your buddy, Buday. And his striking is still very much a work in progress. I think if Spann is able to stay long, stuff the early grappling attempts, and either clip him standing or just honestly grind out a decision, I see him getting it done. TKO or decision for Ryan Superman Spann. I don't think that Marcus Buchecha brings kryptonite to the octagon. No. What are you thinking on this one?
Yeah, this is an interesting bout here. Great breakdown, my brother, as always. Much appreciated. And it's hard to go against Superman Spann, right? I think he's the savvy veteran. I think he's in the right division here in the heavyweight division. And I like the experience here. He's the younger fighter, and yet he has far more experience. Like you mentioned, I just like what I've seen from him, especially as of recent, coming off that most recent submission win via guillotine over Lucas Brzezinski. And some of those losses, I mean, one of them was to Awaldo Cortez Acosta, who we know where he's at now. Like, that is aging like a fine wine. Don't hold that against him. So I'm taking Superman here on this one as well. Ryan Spann, let's go. Let's see him get it done. And that's really because I think Marcus Buchecha is a solid fighter, but I don't see anything in his game that will pose too big a threats that Ryan Spann hasn't seen already. Again, he has a lot of octagon experience. He's been in there with some big guys that are strong in their gyms or what have you, but I'm definitely leaning Ryan Spann to go out there and find another emphatic win, an exclamation point here to add to the resume. I'm hoping. Let's go.
And as I just commented in the chat here, Superman brings 4.25 times the pro MMA experience that Buchecha brings. But Buchecha brings about 1 billion times the BJJ pro experience. No, I made up the BJJ ones. But the pro MMA one is definitely real. It's 8 pro fights against, 34. Yeah, 8 against 34. But hey, I would imagine a 15-time world Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion. You got to take into account all the national Jiu-Jitsu championships he won as well, and all the regional Jiu-Jitsu championships he won as well, and all the rolling and just regional fucking fights he's had in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You got to think those numbers are probably really not that inflated, Grimes. Did I make them up? Yeah. Source, just trust me, bro. But yeah, no, I would say they're pretty close. They're pretty close. Hulk versus Superman? Are you saying Buchecha is the Hulk? Because if that's the case, we're going to do a comic book debate here. Real quick sidebar. I've been asked this question probably 1,000 times in my life. Who would win, Superman or the Hulk? You're the big comic book nerd in the room. Superman, because, though the Hulk does get stronger, the angrier he gets, and technically he could get stronger than Superman at that rate. Superman is smarter. He's a very intellectual fighter, and he starts off way stronger than the Hulk. So once he realizes what's happening, he's just going to grab the Hulk. He's going to launch him into the fucking sun, which, by the way, closer he flies to the sun, stronger he gets. Ipso facto. Fun facts. So give me soups. Give me soups all day. I'm taking Superman here. I'm taking Superman there. I'm taking Superman everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He's the people's choice. Number 1 in the comics and definitely number 1 in your heart. All right? Give it up for Clark Kent. Oh, yeah, he did forget about that. Forgot about that. Iwan Kudalaba took the Hulk stick. He did. Yeah, remember he used to paint his face and go, ah! And who was it? It was Khalil Roundtree Jr. was like, ooh, breath mint, bro. Jeez, why are you so angry?
Had his face like, oh, jeez, what's going on here? I don't know.
What the fuck, bro? Come on. Relax. We're okay. We're good. Man, speaking of great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu artists that have had somewhat lackluster MMA careers, let's move down to middleweight, brother. Let's talk about Rodolfo Vieira. Starting off our take on the prelims, topping off the prelims with Eric McConico. You know what I'm saying? Because it always makes me feel like I'm saying mechanical. McConico. It's a fun name to say. It's a very fun name to say. And also, this dude just looks like he was taken from a comic book, right? Like, Eric McConico looks like an action figure. Dude is a fucking just specimen of a human being. Will it save him, though? Having all that muscle, having that build? I don't know. But I got to tell you, I'm back and forth on this fight, to be honest with you, Nano. I've changed my pick 3 times on it in the last 2 days. As of right now, on my dog pick sheet, I have Rodolfo Vieira. By the time you finish your breakdown and I finish this shot, I might end up changing that pick.
I feel that.
I'm pouring one up, and oh man, yeah, I'm torn on this one because like both guys just bring very, very different things to the table, right?
Exactly.
With that being said, cheers to you. If you're drinking, drink with us. If not, that's fine too. Raw dog, some fresh old oxygen, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe take a sip of H2O, whatever you got, whatever you like. And tell us, who are you going with in this fight? Are you picking the seasoned vet and Rodolfo, or are you going Eric McConico? Either way, cheers to you. We appreciate you.
Salud.
If Vieira loses this, he should be cut. I don't disagree with that statement, Grimes. Nano, how do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, great observation there, Grimy. And I think you're right. I think both guys have some pressure to win here, right? Both guys are coming off losses. Eric's last loss was really not good either. But Rodolfo, I think he's the better fighter here. Both guys don't necessarily have a ton of experience. Both guys are about in their mid-30s, about 3-2 in their last 5. Yeah, about. Well, I guess the only thing is Eric does have 4-inch reach advantage, but I think that the grappling is going to pay dividends here. I think Vieira is going to be enough of a physical presence, and I don't know if Eric will pose enough threats at range to keep Rodolfo from getting inside, getting a hold of him, getting Eric to the ground and finding a submission win. So I'm taking Rodolfo Vieira to go out there and find again, submission win most likely. If it's a windy fight, may not be the most exciting. He may, kind of get complacent. I don't know how offensive his jiu-jitsu game is. But again, he's probably going to find a path to victory here. And to Grammy's point, maybe one of these two fighters might not be on the roster much longer, depending on how it goes. So that's my take. Nothing too glamorous here, but yeah, give me Rodolfo. How you feeling about this one, brother? What are you seeing?
Not good about it. I'm going to be honest. I need points. I need points in this fucking thing. And I do actually like the dog in this one a little bit, even though you picked against him. I'm starting to think maybe I'm a spiteful guy, Nano. Maybe I'm just picking to pick against you at this point. But if that's the case, I gotta explain it with facts, right? Yes. The one win for Eric McConico in the UFC, it's not a great win. It's Cody Brundage. If I wanted to be a real asshole, I'd probably call him like the constellation prize win of the bantamweight division currently in the UFC. And I only say that as of late. He used to be really fucking good. He was doing really well, but here lately he's more down than up, and it's shown. But let's talk about more kind of who he's lost to. Right now, Nursultan Ruzaboyev, beast. Not a huge knock on your record, in my humble opinion. Baysangar Susarkayev, which I hope I said that name right. I'd be surprised if I did. He's 11-0, bro. He's never even, he doesn't know what defeat feels like. And he has an 82% finish rate just by finish with his hands or feet. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Oh my. I mean, he's literally got a 91% total finish rate if you include the submission win he has. The guy's just a monster. Oh, and by the way, when McConico and him fought, not sure if you remember this or not, but it was a close fight up until it wasn't. It was 90-105 on total strikes and 53-53 on significant strikes. So dead even on significant strikes up until the moment that Baysangar Susarkayev got the TKO win. I like McConico in this one, and I'll tell you why. Like, he's a tough as nails southpaw. He does have real power in his hands, and he's got sneaky submissions when it hits the mat. He's got the kind of durability that lets him eat shots and keep coming, as we saw in the Baysangar Susarkayev fight, which, though he lost, I would tell you was his best showing in the UFC. It showed me who the fuck this kid is. He can eat those shots and keep on coming. And as Rocky Balboa would tell you, life ain't about taking shots, or life ain't about the shots you land. It's about the ones you take and you keep on getting up and coming forward, or whatever the fuck he said. That's what this guy does. And he does it in fucking spades, bro. I love to see it. He's got good length. He's like, how tall is he? Is he 6 foot? He's 6 foot. He's fucking, like, I mean, Rodolfo's 6 feet tall too, but he's got a solid height. And more so, he brings 77 inches of reach with him, bro. It's a 4-inch reach advantage on his opponent. And that is very solid when you know how to use it. And I think he does. His striking defense isn't elite. He's been dropped before, but he's got the tools that he needs, in my opinion, to make most grapplers pretty fucking miserable if they're not MMA grapplers. Rodolfo Vieira is still a BJJ wizard, though. He's got 9 submission wins, nasty guard passing ability, but the dude's been knocked out cold recently. He's looked flat-footed on the feet when it comes to the striking, and his takedown entries are, I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. Ben Askren would outwork him tenfold with one hip or half a hip. You know what I'm saying? It's not great stuff. His takedown entries are Damian Maia-esque. Like, Damian Maia, if you're dumb enough to play the guard with him, the guard game, he's going to beat you. You remember what happened when he fought Ben Askren? Like,
oh yeah.
Ben had half a hip, and he still couldn't get him down. Kamaru Usman stuffed like 22 takedowns. I think it was the most stuffed takedowns in a UFC fight ever against Damian Maia. Like, it's the same rinse, wash, and repeat kind of like BJJ entry style. And it just doesn't work. I think if McConico is able to stuff those early takedown shots and sprawl hard, keep it at range, and just use the jab with the right hand from that southpaw stance, mix in power shots, he's going to overwhelm and confuse the opposition in front of him in Vieira. I like McConico here. I've talked myself into it officially. Let's fucking go.
I like it.
Rocky was the first show that romanticized CTE. Adrian!
100%.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, bro. But, shout out to Rocky.
Comeback story.
So
All-time,
good.
One of the best.
It's so good, bro. It's so good. It's just hard to hate on Rocky. Let's look at the odds real quick before we move into the next fight, because I've just sided with another dog here. I'm just gonna do the search feature because the out of order shit. It's the top fight on the list. Like, come on, bro. Can we fix the order here? Plus 255 is juiced though. Half unit on this one gets you 1.27 back in pure profit. So 1.87 back in your wallet. Yeah, I'm doing a half unit. Right?
I like it.
I know you picked against me on this one, but I just feel like it's a fun one.
I mean, both these guys are coming off losses. I mean, it's like, I'm not going to sit here and pound the drum for Rodolfo Vieira to, dominate. It's like, nah, this is certainly a toss-up. Let's call it what it is.
It is very much a toss-up, Nano. I think this one pretty much goes either way, as we say. With that being said, man, let's move into the next one. We have Jackson McVey coming in against SD, the Reaper, Sedriques Dumas. Of course, we know Sedriques Dumas was supposed to be on the show, and then randomly backed out. So no ill will there. But with that being said, I got to tell you, I'm going Jackson Jesus McVey. The guy looks like Jesus from a postcard, doesn't he? Just going to call a spade here. He's the better athlete. He's a better technician here. He's tall. He's lanky. He's got good striking. Is he as lanky as Sedriques Dumas? No. He doesn't line up with the ape index here. He's taller, but he's not longer. He's 6'3" compared to the 6'2" frame of Sedriques Dumas, but he presents 77 inches in reach compared to the 79 inches of Sedriques Dumas. I think he's got the tools to keep it standing or grapple when it's needed. He's been in tough spots before, but the ceiling, I think, for Jackson McVey is just a little bit higher than it is for SD, the Reaper, Dumas. And though Sedriques Dumas does have power and some decent grappling, he's been really inconsistent, and this feels like a massive step up for him, in my opinion. I think McVey's going to use his reach. I think he's going to mix in kicks, probably some teeps in there, and straight shots to avoid the exchanges with Dumas, and just create a ranged fight that Dumas can't enter in. So give me Jackson McVey. Crimey says Hood Jesus versus White Jesus. That's incredible. Jesus was most likely Middle Eastern. I would say that's a fact, bro. Definitely say it's a fact. My significant other is Assyrian, and they fast 10 days longer than Jesus did, which is crazy to me. It's like no meat for 50 days. I did it one time, and I was still managing a Red Robin at that point, which was the dumbest idea I've ever committed to.
Oh man, you're just depleting, running on.
I was eating so many sweet potato fries and salads, bro.
Got to.
It was wild, bro. I altered my world famous potato soup recipe. Didn't put bacon in it and did vegetable broth instead of chicken broth. Not bad.
There you go.
Not bad. But yeah. Yeah, that is how you spell it. Yeah, she actually speaks Assyrian. I speak Assyrian to my cats. Like when I tell them to come here or let's go, I say like yella or ta instead of the other two. So yeah. And I've learned to understand some of it, but I definitely wouldn't say that I speak it at all. Yeah. And I will say one fun fact about Assyrians is basically Mesopotamia. Their land was stolen by the Turks. I will say in America, like we call our significant other like baby, boo, bae, like shit like that. In their culture, they say things like Libby or Hey, which means my life or my world. Their pet names are so much nicer. So I also use those.
That's nice.
Yeah. It's just so nice. It's so nice. Wait, Dumas gave you his word and broke it? You sure you got that right, guys? Seems out of character for him to lie. I mean, you're right, Lazy Bet. He only has 19 mugshots, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he asked for money to be on the podcast. But we won't get into that. Nano, how do you see this one going, bro?
Yeah, brother. You might have pulled a pip on this one in terms of taking a lot of meat off the morsel here, but no, it's a fight that I think we all assume that Jackson McVey is getting his opportunity to go finally get a W in the octagon. The guy is coming out back-to-back losses, and I do think that he's talented. I think that he deserves to be in here. Just really had a bad run of opponents when you're looking at his first opponent, Bruno Ferreira. Dude's a beast, armbarred him. And then my guy, Zach Reese, as well. So those back-to-back losses are tough, but Jackson McVey's game, he's always willing to answer the bell. I think he finally gets a win here come Saturday night, and then he continues to build on that momentum. Still 27 years young, fighting out of Arizona, shout out there. But yeah, I like my boy Jackson McVey, the Moose. Great nickname. Give me the Moose here by I was going to say TKO, but honestly, I hope he could get 15 minutes. Just get some good octagon time. Go out there, whoop up a Sedriques Dumas. Make him look like a Dumas out there, and get your hand raised and keep it moving. Let's go.
Make him look like a Dumas out there. Olin taking all the meat. Yeah, that's me. I did do that. God damn, Pip, leave some meat on the bone for the rest of the panel. My bad. It's a lot better than a bitch or an asshole. I mean, fair.
Exactly.
Fair.
Well said.
Definitely fair. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man. I did take a lot of meat off the bone there. I apologize.
Oh, good. All good.
With that being said, let's move into Mayra Bueno Silva versus Michelle Montague. I don't know if it's Montague or Monarchy or Montague. I'm just going to call her Montague because that's pretty sure that's how they pronounced it last time she fought. So let's go with that. Nano, giving you a chance to take all the meat off the bone here. How do you see this one playing out in the women's bantamweight division?
Yeah, we got Mayra Bueno Silva coming in here against a Michelle Montague. I'm excited about this matchup. I'm surprised to see Mayra Bueno Silva continue to go down and down here on the card, but and I'm really, to be honest, I like Mayra Bueno Silva. I don't know what's going on here with the record. I don't know what's going on with the literal back to back. We're talking 4 losses in a row after a no contest loss back in 2023, all the way to a Holly Holm. Hasn't won even prior to that. So it's been 2-3 years since she's won a fight. I mean, you hate to see it, right? Not a good look. I don't know what's going on there. But I do know that Michelle Montague, the wild one, will probably come out here and put on another wild performance as she's 1-0 in the UFC. She's the heavy favorite. She fights with American top team. So I think all signs indicate that she's just going to be the more seasoned, well-rounded, hungry, and frankly, just trending the right direction. It's like sometimes when you've never lost, you don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it looks like. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. You have that extra gear in your game still, and I think Mayra's on the other end of that. Once you start losing, you lose your confidence, you lose that steam, your body starts to shut down and protects itself, saying, hey, I'm done here, man. This is it. Take me out of here. I don't like this anymore. I'm not having fun. That's too damn bad. Keep digging. No, but give me Michelle Montague here all day. How you feeling about this one, brother?
That's too damn bad.
Well, excuse me.
I love that. I fucking love that.
Oh, yeah.
That's so good, bro. Oh, man. I'm saving some images real quick so I can add them to the show real quick since you said I was taking all the meat off the bone. AI is so fun for this purpose specifically. My God. Just like I'm going to show you 2 that won't be as horrifying, and I'm going to show you one that is just truly nightmare fuel. So we got this guy here, which honestly, like, my beard is epic and your background is even more epic.
Hey, yeah, that beard is healthy,
brother. Whatever builder oil that guy's using, I need it. And then we got this guy, which, I mean, glorp, you know what I'm saying? You love to see it. And then Nano, I don't know if you're ready for your life to be changed, but here we go anyway. I'm not sure why it did that. Like, are you seeing this? This is
Oh my gosh, that is
it's the worst.
the AI is working at its finest. Look at that rib. Look at those rib fingers. Oh my gosh. That's
Oh man. Yeah, we did that. We went there. Silva dog money. Silva dog money.
Big dog. Silva big dog. Come on. Tyler Betsby like it.
I like Michelle Montague in this one. I'll be honest with you. She's undefeated. She's powerful. She's a strong striker. She also has even stronger wrestling, and she looked damn good in her debut. Right, like she looked really, really solid in her debut against Luana Carolina. And she's younger. She's bigger. She's more well rounded. Has the better reach. 3 inches of height. Mayra Bueno Silva has heart and some pretty solid grappling on her side, but the physical advantages are just not there. I think if Montague's able to dictate the range, use her jab and her leg kicks and her early clinch work, she's going to wear Bueno Silva down over 3 rounds. She is the younger fighter, not by much, just by 2 years, but I still think that she has the edge here in many ways. So give me Montague, brother. I want my Olin back. I want my Olin back. AI's baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Finger licking good, brother. Let's go.
Finger looking good, absolutely.
Oh man, the taking all the meat off the bone picks is gonna be a staple. I fucking love it. Yeah, I'm not betting on Silva at dog money. I don't love that one. I'm taking the favorite in this one. You know, we were talking about Cody Durden a little bit earlier, right? Or no, I think maybe we were talking about Brundage. Same guy. Let's talk about this fight against Rafael Filho coming in against Cody Durden. Not Tyler Durden. He's a different guy. It's fake news in the flyweight division. I know I just had to go first, but no, I'm genuinely curious to hear how you feel about this one. Like, it's almost an even matchup, but at the same time, like Rafael Filho, I feel like feels like he has more paths to victory and should get it done by finish. There's a bit of me that's second guessing it. No, are we hive minding on this? Do you have Rafael in this one?
Yeah, no, I think this is an easy Rafael fight here to win. I love Cody Durden, but man, it's just getting harder and harder to pick him, isn't it? I mean, he's making it really, really tough on us with that 17-10 record. And just the trend that he's on, 4-fight losing streak, 35 years old. You aren't typically getting it much better at that age. I just really, really like Rafael and what we've seen. To look no further than his last fight against a Clayton Carpenter, someone that was projected to go out there and beat him. Both guys had a lot of hype into the fight, a lot of pressure, and he stood up and stood out. So I think the same thing's going to happen here. I could see an early stoppage, maybe first, maybe second round. Cody is tough as nails, could even be a third potentially, but I don't know if this one sees the scorecard. I think Rafael's gonna have another highlight moment here come Saturday night, or I guess Saturday afternoon, because we're getting a little earlier in the day. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, it is an early card, right? Starts at 2 p.m. PST, the prelims. I'm not mad at it. Oh, Fialo sub round 2, calling the shot real fucking specific. I'm not mad at it. Let's see here. Rafael. Yeah, minus 650 is tough. You got to call an exact round if you want money on this. Let's see. Yeah, you can't get Rafael by submission for plus money at all, unless you pick the specific round. I don't have it by round for this one on Bet Online. Damn.
Interesting.
I don't have specific round odds. I just have the inside the distance and things like that. What is up, my boy? What's up, Code Flex? My guy Cody.
Code Flex. What it do?
My guy. Hope you're doing well, brother. Love seeing you. It's been fucking like 15 years? if you don't count Instagram. Oh man. My fucking guy. I'll probably pour up another shot for this guy, Code Flex. Before I do, I wanted to see something real quick. is his knockout ratio? Because I feel like he might be live for a knockout in this one, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, so 28% of the time he wins by knockout, which I know is very low, Nano, but hear me out on this. It's because he's had 11 wins by submission. Put Filho sub in a cycle parlay. Oh, Grimy, I could kiss you right now, but I'd settle for a hug. All right, let's do it. Let's put together a fucking cycle parlay. Chat, help us out right now. I'm gonna pour up a shot. Nano, do the same.
Yo.
We're gonna put together a cycle parlay. We have sub, so we need a knockout and we need a decision. Need a knockout, need a decision. Thinking Norma Dumont by decision's probably safe, but you don't like it. I know you don't like it. I'd like to agree.
I mean, I think it's still pretty likely. Unfortunately, I'm tied to Joselyn here, my brother. I can't sub out my UFC fighter. This is who I committed to her. So, both things can be mutually exclusive here, my brother.
That's fair. That's fair. Dude, speaking of things in general, good things, great things. Charlie, love seeing you in the chat first and foremost. Love that display picture. And Charlie 4763 says, you guys are excellent. I listen to you in the background all the time. You're both good dudes with great energy. Dude, we appreciate it. We try and give back the energy that we get from the chat, and I feel like we got the best chat in the whole damn world. So we appreciate you. Cheers to you. Cheers to Code Flex, to Grimy, to Tyler Betts, to Lazy Bed, to Pips Piano Tips, to everybody listening right now. Cheers to you. Whether you're listening live or on repeat, we appreciate you for being here. Like, comment, subscribe, smash that bell. And cheers.
All right, there we go.
All right, let's see here. Tyler Betts said, Michelle got 6 subs and 1 decision over bums. Silva never been subbed, so got to go dog or Michelle decision. But this will be our hardest fight. Fair. Like I like the Michelle decision line. I do. But again, I think Nano disagree with me on that one too. I think he picked Silva. You picked Silva, right?
No, I'm leaning Michelle. I was saying I like Mayra Bueno Silva. I would want her to do good. I feel like she has all this talent. It just has not shown up, man. So yeah, I think Michelle's just too good, and she's with such a good team. It's just hard to bet against her on this one, my brother. So I like Montague as well.
The only thing is she's only had 1 fight go the distance.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily love the decision prop because I think she can get it done by sub. Mayra's gonna welcome her to the grappling range. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like she's gonna play the guard game with her, and I don't know that's a smart game to play with someone who's as prolific as her on the mat. Yeah, we gotta figure out a decision. We gotta figure out a knockout. Let's start with knockout. Who do you like by knockout, Nano? And chat, let us know.
Oh man, let's see. I think Alexander's a potential. Montel's a potential.
I like Montel by knockout.
Or McVey. No, he might sub him.
See, that's what I'm thinking too.
It covers TKO as well, right?
Yeah. Spann?
Do we already have Filho in there? Maybe Filho.
We don't. See, that's what I'm thinking. I think Filho, that's who I said. He has 5 knockouts. Yeah,
I think Filho.
It's just it's a skewed line because he leans so heavy towards the submissions.
Yeah.
When's the last time he got a knockout?
Well, he was piecing up Clayton, but I think he just leaned the sub because he kind of...
He hasn't got a knockout or TKO finish since P2 fight, Muay Thai, MMA, and Jiu-Jitsu in 2018 in Brazil.
So should we do him sub then?
We already have a sub.
Oh, we do already have sub Michelle, right?
Yeah. We're taking we're taking Filho by sub. He's already out there for sub.
Got it. You think Spann's got a knockout in him? 81% of Tapology thinks he's gonna win by TKO. Maybe Spann. Maybe get a little Superman action in there.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Spann might land a TKO in this.
I like that.
All right, we're gonna go Spann TKO.
I like it.
That's probably gonna be juiced. Oh, that's definitely gonna be juiced odds. Plus 215. Yeah, see, we're already at. Let's see. Oh, I have to do this on underdog. Hold on, let me log in underdog. Because you can't do specific parlays on how the fight ends if you're doing that online. That's okay. Got our bases covered. I love the Mexican music in the background. So
I know, it's the best, dude. It's the best.
all right. So for underdogs, let me put these bets in. So we have Fialho by sub, and we have Superman Spann by knockout. So let's see here. Just gonna search because that's way easier. Boom. Spann by knockout is 1.36x multiplier. Rafael. Filho. Okay, so we don't. That's so weird. They don't have the sub line up yet. So they don't have the sub line up for Fialho. They have 19.5 over under on significant strikes, over under 1.5 takedowns, and 97.99 fantasy points. I'm saying the over 1.5 on takedowns.
I like that. Yeah.
Closest thing to sub. And then we need a decision.
That's a little easier.
I think so too.
Rodolfo, maybe. No. He might sub his ass. You think your girl Norma will edge out a decision?
I do actually.
I think so too.
I do. The odds on that are 0.64x multiplier. So,
and she could win. I could still get some points. I mean, whatever. I just need some points for my girl here. I mean, both can happen.
So let's see. It's 4.24x multiplier. So if you put 1 unit on it, you get 4.24 back. If you basically flex those to where only 2 of them have to hit, you get 2.12 back.
Not bad. Not bad.
So basically, you put 1 unit on it, you get 4 units back, or you can put 1 unit on it and safeguard your bet and only have to hit 2 of those and get 2 back. What do we want to do? Do we want to flex bet?
A little flexy.
Yeah, we're going to do a flex bet, and I would put 2 units on it.
Let's do it.
I feel more comfortable with that. Because I feel like at least 2 of those is going to hit. And if 3 of them hit, that's even better.
Yeah, we're good.
So safeguard a little bit. Main event decision. Charlie, I like the pick, but I just don't. I don't know, man. I think both guys are really good finishers, so it's tough. It's tough for me to pick that one.
Yeah, I don't know who to pick. If it's just decision,
yeah,
maybe. But yeah, that's a tough one, Charlie. Good call out though, for sure. I'm curious to know if you're leaning a direction or not. I know you're in the background, but I think
Houston either guy could edge a decision.
Yeah, I could see a split decision win here if it's really close. It might be a grindy, windy fight, ladies and gents. It may not be a barn burner. Just going to put that out there now, just based on both their styles, their patience, the way their wrestling may negate each other, which, hey, maybe it does end up being a striker's delight. But all paths indicate I think these guys are both durable. These guys will probably respect each other, especially early. Not a lot of mistakes. These guys are at the highest level. Yeah, I mean, man, decision for sure. I like Aljo. I've seen him weather these storms. I just keep thinking back to that Mozart fight where he just, even when he was in a bad spot, he found some good reversals. He wasn't compromised for long, not a lot of control time. It's going to be a razor-thin margin here, but decision, I wouldn't lean that as well. Charlie, I do agree with you. Good shout.
It's going to be tough. Tough one to pick. With that being said, we don't have a ton of fight left, but we do have 3. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. We got Francis the Fire Marshal. Fun name. If you watched In Living Color, God bless your soul. It's a great show. Fire Marshal Bill. We got Fire Marshal Francis up in here on Saturday afternoon. Coming in against Lucas Brennan. Should be a very fun fight, start to finish, if I'm being honest here. But I don't know, man. I feel like the Fire Marshal, it's his fight to lose, right? Like, I think he's levels above here. I think he's a better striker. I think he's a better wrestler. I think he's got a better gas tank. I think he's a giant leap up in competition for Brennan, if we're just calling a spade here. Brennan has more total pro fight experience, but not at the level that Francis the Fire Marshal has. He's also, he's the same height, but he does have less reach. And I think that that's going to pay dividends for somebody like the Fire Marshal. He does everything well and nothing really poorly, if I'm being honest. Luke and Brennan has very great regional success, but this is a different beast. And Marshall's a more complete fighter than probably anyone he's ever faced. If Marshall's able to mix in the striking with the wrestling, really, I hate to say it here, but Nano, if he's able to mix the martial arts, my guy, probably going to win this fight. Because I think he's just going to overwhelm his opponent, probably just grind his way to a unanimous decision. Give me Francis the Fire Marshal. I mean, Pip's saying it right now. He's a lock, dog. He's a lock, bro. Let's go. Let me show you something.
There we go. Shout out Lazy Best. Shout out Pips. Yeah.
Is that LA Knight? LA Knight. Yeah. That guy's so fun, bro.
Love that. Yeah, I like Marshall here as well. If Pip says he's a lock, I'm not going to disagree with them. I like your breakdown as well. I think Fire, as the name suggests here, Fire Marshall, he's the guy with a lot of octagon experience. He's 9-3, but this is going to be his 7th UFC fight, y'all. So and the Dana White Contender Series fight. So this guy has grown up in this UFC octagon, 27 years young still. Though I do think there's a lot of runway for Skywalker, Lucas Brennan. I think he'll continue to channel the Force, but he's not mastered. He is not a Jedi just yet. He needs to earn that name. I think he'll put on a good good performance. I want to give him a shout out for that. I think it'll be a fun matchup. Two young guys wanting to make a name for themselves, but I just think I'd be hard pressed to go against the savvy UFC veteran here against the newcomer here, where again we just don't know what we're gonna see. Don't know what version of him we're gonna see on Friday or Saturday, from Skywalker. But do like this matchup. Give me Fire Marshal, and like Pip said, it's a lock. Take it to the bank, y'all.
It is kind of a lock. Right? In the next one, we have Max Payne Griffin coming in against Victor Valenzuela, which fun name to say. Knew I was going to butcher that one. Valenzuela. Oh, see, why did it come out so much better the second time? Victor Valenzuela coming in against Max Payne Griffin. Nano, how do you see this one going between these two prolific fighters? 20-12 against 13-4, bro. Like,
that's the thing. This is, and we got to give Max Griffin more credit than he's getting here, right? He's 40 years old. Don't let that completely scare you away. I know I've been leaning the older fighters here, and I would love to see him turn back the clock and get Vegas odd makers wrong and get us some money here. I'd love to bet for him to win. Again, I'm rooting for it. But when you got a young buck like a Victor Valenzuela in front of you, who I would say his defense still needs to continue to develop, but when you just look at skills and you look at the offensive game, him and Max are going to match up really, really well. I think we're going to see some fun strikes. This guy's repping Chile, flying out of Miami, Florida. So for my Chilean brother Felipe out there, big shout out. It'd be hard for me to bet against someone like that who, he does have a loss against Michael Oliveira in the Dana White Contender Series, but I think he's just still the younger, more springy fighter. I think he'll probably find a way to get a victory over a Max Payne Griffin. But I will be rooting for Max Griffin to go out there, represent Sacramento, to get the job done. I'm taking the young buck on this one, brother. But I'm going to stay away from it from a betting perspective. How are you seeing this one play out on Saturday? And what up, Jeffrey Tucker? What up, broski?
Jeffrey Tucker. Hey, bro. How you doing, bro? Have we seen you in here before? I don't recognize the name, but either way, we appreciate you for being here, man. We definitely appreciate you for being here. Like this is a tough fight for anybody, right? But for somebody like a Victor Valenzuela, like he's the new guy. He's still green. He's still learning, still getting everything, the bearings behind him. And if we're calling a spade here, he's coming off of a loss to Michael Oliveira in the Dana White's Contender Series, right? And this was just last year. He had a win in Limino Shuto 4, which I'm assuming is a Shuto Box spinoff, against Yusuke Kinoshita. And yes, it was impressive. It was a round 2 TKO. It was nasty stuff, but it was against Yusuke Kinoshita. Have you guys heard of that guy? I hadn't until I did some tape study. He's 6-4, if that means anything. So, not a ton of experience, and he's about a 500 fighter. Now he's coming into, yes, a 20-12 vet who is a 500 fighter by his record in Max Griffin. But Max Payne Griffin has actually fought a litness of who's who. A Thiago Alves, an Alex Morono, an Alex Oliveira, the Cowboy, Neil Magny, Tim the Dirty Bird Means, Michael Morales, fucking Jeremiah Wells, Michael Chiesa, Chris Curtis, Ramiz Brahimaj. The list goes on. Mike Perry, you may have heard of him. Like, brother, he's fought a who's who. I gotta go with my guy, Max Payne Griffin here. He's my dog of the week, Nano. He's not my dog of the week. I lied to you.
I was like, okay, nice. No, that's a good dog. It's a good dog.
But I do have him as a dog. I do like him as a dog. My dog of the week is coming up next. You'll hear about her. But I do have him as a dog. I have 4 dogs now officially, now that I switched my pick to Eric McConico. And I feel good about it. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like he has a lot more tools to victory here, a lot more paths to get it done. And when it comes to Victor Valenzuela, he's a good fighter, but he's not a great fighter. And who has he fought? Like I said, he's not really fought anybody super noteworthy. And unless he's able to knock out Max Griffin, I don't see a path to victory for him. And Max is very durable. He's not had his chin really cracked like that yet, even though he's 40. So there's a risk there. I like him in this fight. Give me Max Payne Griffin. Bring the fucking pain. With that, we move into the final fight of the night. It is a women's strawweight bout between Talita Alencar and Julia Palastri. Julia Palastri, of course, you probably remember from her most recent bout. I believe it was against Misha Tate. No? Oh, no. Karolina Kowalkiewicz. My goodness. That's who it was. I knew it was somebody that I didn't want her to beat. I love that Karolina Kowalkiewicz. She's one of the nicest fighters I've ever met, man. Also has a loss to Lupica Diaz, but now she's coming in against Talita Alencar, who is just 7-1. And granted, I will tell you, Talita Alencar, she's lost a fight in MMA, and that's okay. She's 7-1, 7-1-1, but she's the pick that's got me most excited. She's scrappy, she's high volume, she's dangerous on the ground, and she's got that dog in her, brother. And that's why she's my dog of the week. She's perfect for these kind of spots. She's the ultimate underdog with plus money written all over it. Palastri is solid, but Talita's pressure and finishing instincts are going to overwhelm her in this fight, I think, Nano. I think if Alencar swarms her early, which she likely will, mixes strikes into takedowns, really chains things together, I think that she's going to want to land the 1-2 and then dart down to a quick single. She's going to hit that. She's going to either finish or grind out the rounds in order to just really get a unanimous decision. It's my dog of the week. It's my 4th dog on the card, and this is the one I'm pounding the fucking hardest. That's it, folks. I got Alencar, Talita, to fucking bring me to the bank and hopefully help me get a little bit closer to crossover MMA's lead in this fucking competition. Nano, talk to me, Goose. What are you thinking on this, brother?
That was a solid breakdown, brother. And I do really like Talita as a talent. I like what she's done here as far as her pedigree is concerned. The great record at 7-1-1, 35 years of age. She's going against a much younger fighter in a Julia Palastri. She's 28 years young, 14-5, a little bit more of a spotty pass there. Like you said, one of those losses to a Lupita Godinez. I mean, she's tough as nails and still at the cream of the crop, at the top of the division. So I don't hold that one against her. And man, the way she was able to knock out Karolina Kowalkiewicz would really just earn my respect. I think she was able to weather the storm. She found her mark, and I think that was a win that helps a fighter build a lot of confidence, especially at 28 years of age. She's going to continue to develop. She's going to continue to believe in herself, and sometimes that belief is the little difference that it makes. So just go in there and be willing to take those punches and again weather the storm. Give me Julia. It's a toss-up, and I hated going against you here, but Julia the Psycho Pilastri is she's built a little different, man, and I think it's going to be a back and forth fight, but I'm just going to take the young buck here and Julia to go out there and get it done. But it's going to be a fun one, brother, and one of us will be doing a shot, which means both of us will be doing a shot come next week, so let's go.
Love to see it, brother. Love to see it. And this is my guy. This is my guy from Instagram, Jeff Tucker.
Hey, JT. Great to have you.
It was the formal Jeffrey that got me. I was like, Jeffrey. Who's Jeffrey? Jeffrey. With that being said, folks, it's the end of the show. I got one final shot poured up. That's all the fights. That's all the bets. That's not all the bets. I will probably throw like a half. You know what? It's my dog of the week. I'm backing her. I'm backing her all day. I'm putting 1 unit on Toledo, Alankar. 1 unit gets you 2.05 back in pure profits. Says 3.05 back in your bank. We're doing exactly that. Put 25 on her, you get 51.25 back. So $51.25 back in pure profit. I am putting a unit on her. Let's fucking go. I love this bet. As always, before we do this shot, if you like the show, please let us know. Like, comment, subscribe, smash the bell for notifications. And most importantly, as soon as we hit that end show button, as soon as that outro wraps up, refresh your page. Leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite part of the show is. Let us know what your favorite fight was. And even more importantly, in my opinion, let us know if you're betting. Are you betting? Do you like anybody? We want to tell you. We want to win when you win, right? We want you to win when we win. That's for damn sure. So cheers to you. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And we couldn't do it without you. Truly. Cheers.
Cheers. Salute. Whew.
And with that being said, folks, if you didn't bet, if you don't even watch the fights, if you laughed at us the whole damn time, that's all fine. As long as you do the next two things we ask you to do, we ask that you keep on going, and we ask that you keep on growing. And we'll see you next time. Let's go.
You've been listening to the MMAnomaly Show. No filter. As you may have been able to tell, we dig the MMA, and our passion is to dive deep into the upcoming fights, give you our expert breakdowns, and help you make sense of all the chaos that is the fight game. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, make sure to find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at MMAnomaly. Be cool, and we'll see you next time.